Fire Emblem. Engage.
Hey Froggy fans, Kirostyle here, welcome back to Fire Emblem Engage. Or I guess, not welcome back, welcome to Fire Emblem Engage. I'm so used to saying that. I'm just gonna click this so that we don't replay the opening. Oh look, expansion pass, that's a great sign already. Edelgard, Demichi, Claude, Tiki. Well, I'm not buying the expansion pass just yet, not until I figure out if I actually like this game or not. Okay, so, before we get going, maybe let's talk a little bit about Fire Emblem in general. And my expectations going into this. Hey everyone, good to see you. Thank you so much for coming to the stream. Hey CB, hey Psycho Reaper, Twilight Red Mage, Aru, good to see you. Now, I love Fire Emblem. Like, I love Game Boy Advance Fire Emblem, and the GameCube and the Wii ones, Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn, are two of my favorite games ever. I think they're fantastic. And it was around that time that I feel like Fire Emblem hit its, in my opinion, its peak of what it means to be Fire Emblem. But after that, the series was kind of struggling for, financially and popularity. And then Awakening came out, Fire Emblem Awakening for the 3DS. And I was so happy with that game because it brought Fire Emblem back to the limelight. It made it very mainstream. Everyone loved it. It was a good game. It was fun. But Fire Emblem Awakening did change a lot of the entire series and what makes Fire Emblem, really. The biggest being the whole self-insert and dating aspects, which I think worked really well in Awakening given the story and everything like that. But because of that, Fire Emblem has taken such a turn into being mostly about, well, not mostly about, but the fandom seems to make it seem like it's mostly just about dating. And, in my opinion, I don't mind the romance and the dating, but I feel like it's secondary to everything else. But it's usually placed at the forefront because that's what people like, that's what sells it. So then Fire Emblem Fates came out, and I liked the music, I liked the characters, the art was fine, but the plot was, let's be honest, it was horrible. And there were two versions of the game, like two Pokemon game type of things, so you had to buy both of them, and it didn't work for me. It felt like they were just trying to recreate Awakening, but they didn't really have the originality to make it really set apart from Awakening other than just being a knockoff of it. Then Three Houses came out, and Three Houses was a very mixed bag for me because I enjoyed it. I liked the characters. I like how they went back to full 3D, full-sized models, which we hadn't really seen since, or we hadn't seen done well since Radiant Dawn. I didn't like the story in Three Houses. I think it was okay. I don't like the way that, I think the idea of the story was okay. I don't like the implementation of it. I don't like the way they did it. And it wasn't like Fates, where I felt like the story was just bad. It was just, I feel like they could have handled it differently. But I still like Three Houses. And at least you only paid for one game, but you had 4 routes plus a DLC. It was a lot of content, which was nice. But I couldn't really get into doing all the routes myself, just because I enjoyed the game, but I didn't love it to death. Now, this game, I was very happy to hear we were getting another Fire Emblem, and like I've been doing with a lot of games lately, like Star Ocean 6 and Xenoblade 3, I did not look up most of the content leading up to this. I did not watch most of the trailers, I didn't watch most of the Nintendo Directs, because I wanted to curb my optimism, because I like Fire Emblem, I love Fire Emblem. It's been straying a little bit away from what I think makes a series, the series that I fell in love with, so I was cautiously optimistic about this. I didn't want to get too invested before I got in and find that it wasn't good, so I've just kind of been staying away from it. Now, first impressions, we've all seen the memes of the main character and their Colgate-colored hair. I don't like the main character designs, but I'm hoping that maybe it makes up for it in heart and personality, that I will still enjoy it. And the other character designs, I've only seen a few of them, but they look kind of generic to me. They look good, don't get me wrong, but they don't really look like Fire Emblem characters. It almost looks like I even asked a couple friends, ones that know Fire Emblem and ones who don't know Fire Emblem, and they all kind of agreed with me. They kind of look like mobile gacha game generic characters. So I really hope the characters are, I'm sure they're going to be written well. They generally do a pretty good job of that. but I guess we'll see how memorable they actually are. Now, the thing that really got me wary about this game and made me not want to look up too much going into it is because I know a big part of the game is a summoning mechanic, where you can summon heroes from past Fire Emblem games. Like, I can see statues of them in the background here. Now, I don't mind cameos from old Fire Emblem characters. I feel like it's fine for like DLC and stuff, but it feels like they're at the forefront of this game. Like, Marth is on the front box cover, and I feel like most of these characters, because they come from other games, they kind of belong in their own stories. I don't think they should be shoved into the main story of the other games. So, depending on how they handle it, I'm kind of afraid it's going to turn out like a gacha mobile summoning game system. I hope it's not, but I'm kind of wary about that. Especially, like, Fire Emblem Heroes was such a big disappointment to me. I know a lot of people still play it, but I found it very disappointing. So I guess we'll see. This is my big introduction to say, I'm excited for this game, but I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm a big Fire Emblem fan, or at least I was, and I really hope that this game delivers and doesn't disappoint me too much. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Hey Armon, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for calling Kirby. Yeah, I think they're definitely leading more into like the waifu husbando angle. That's what sells, right? You know, romance sells. I can understand that, but it really depends how they handle it, in my opinion. So I guess we'll see. Let's dive into it and see what this game has for us. And I'm excited because, I mean, I haven't streamed a Fire Emblem game before, so I kind of hope this turns out well. Let's stick with the male. Again, I don't like their designs. It's not, I mean, one thing I don't really like, the whole hair color thing. It's definitely memorable. It's definitely striking. I'm also not super fond of these outfits either. It's just not my style. Oh, okay, yeah, of course, we get to name our character. I guess I'll be Kiro. Kiro. Because I'm guessing there's there must be some kind of online feature or something, right? Or like borrowing characters or something like that. Characters that cannot be displayed will show as a box. Okay, well, Kiro's good. Oh, I get to enter my birthday. Right, that's a thing. Let's enter my real birthday. Difficulty. Now, I've had a big problem with Fire Emblem difficulties in the past because, like, I feel like Path of Radiance had the perfect level of difficulty for the hard mode. Like, the hard mode was challenging, but it was fair. But then, like, Radiant Dawn, the hard mode was okay. Like, I think it was fine. It wasn't as well balanced, I think, as Path of Radiance. But then, when Awakening came out, they added, like, their hard mode and Lunatic. Like, there gets a point where it's basically just all RNG, or, like, stuff like that. And I didn't like that. I don't think it captured the spirit of the real difficulty of hard level difficulty in previous games. So, of course, we'll start with normal for now. We'll see if I actually enjoy the game enough to tackle it on other difficulties. I'm also of the opinion that Fire Emblem is not Fire Emblem unless you play on Classic. Like, the whole... I mean, I'm not against people play on Casual. So, like, in the original Fire Emblem games, when a character died, you lost them forever. And that was kind of that was a big point of Fire Emblem. It was resource management, it was making sure that you take care of your units. And then, when they made Awakening, I understand they have Casual mode because a lot of people were new to the series, and having Classic mode is very intimidating for new people. So I understand having this. But I kind of feel like I like the spirit of the Classic mode. Now, as a streamer, I hope this doesn't bite me in the butt, because let's say we get to something really difficult, and then I'm gonna have to, like, redo a stage or something like that. I hope that doesn't happen too much. We'll see. We'll see. And then, of course, we have the whole discussion about Divine Pulse from Fire Emblem Three Houses, where you could rewind time. And, like, I tried not to use that mechanic because I felt like it was cheating. But then they added the mechanic and balanced the game around it, so a lot of things were difficult on purpose because you were meant to use it, so... Set up online play. Why would I want to be connected? Let's do unconnected for now, and we'll see what happens. Why does my character look like he's cross-eyed? Is it just the angle of the eyes and the hair? Oh, hi, Marth.
Almost time.
We can handle this.
I like her outfit, but she doesn't look like a Fire Emblem character. Hi, Lynn. Oh, Roy. Roy, my boy. Okay. See, the summons look like they play a huge part.
We won't lose. Not today.
Oh, hi, Ike.
Keep going. You can do this.
See, like, I don't mind if the summons are just a game mechanic, but they're appearing in the cutscenes now.
Our final battle lies ahead.
Well, it's one of these scenes where we see the ending and then it flashes back to the beginning. Or something horrible happens.
It's time to engage.
Oh, he said the word! I'm so engaged right now, Marth. I'm so engaged. Oh, hi.
Let's go. One last battle and the war will be over.
Is that like a shirtless demon dude? What do you mean question mark, question mark, question mark? That's obviously Marth. Game, don't try to be coy with me.
The others fought hard to clear a path for us. We can't let them down.
You're here at your end.
Oh.
This place will be your tomb.
My VTuber model is blocking the portrait. There we go. Is this going to be a common problem for me during the stream, where I'm constantly going to be blocking people's portraits? I assume maybe just the enemies appear on the right, but... Defeat. Kiro is defeated. Got it. Will not be defeated.
Move in. I'll remain by your side.
So, are the summons like the partner units in Awakening, like when you pair up? Yeah, time to put my VTuber upside down in one of the corners or something like that, right? Okay, they're gonna give me the basics. Oh, this is... Oh, look at the little sprite in the corner. I like this UI. This UI is nice. Can I look at you? Mr. Shirtless Fell Monarch.
I can fight.
Oh, look, I'm like, I feel like I'm gliding. Look at this. Look at how smooth my character runs. It doesn't even feel like he's in a box, in a grid. Look at question mark, question mark, question mark following me around. Yep, got it. Wait. Are you gonna come for me?
No hope of defeating me, not even with your emblem.
My fire emblem?
He's within reach now. We can strike.
What if I just do-si-do around him and run away from him for the entire fight? This tutorial would never end. Okay, I'll do 12 damage. He'll do 20 damage. Okay. This is fine.
To die here was ever your destiny. The rings are mine.
Marth, help me. Martha, you're not gonna do anything? Well, that hurt.
It's time. Engage.
Engage! When the engage meter is full, select engage. Your unit will merge with the selected emblem and gain access to special engage weapons. So I get possessed by Ghost Marth? Engaging also unlocks a set of special skills. The engaged state lasts for 3 turns. Engage.
The time has come. Now, as one. Emblem, engage!
Does this play every time I do an engage? Or is this just the first one? Because it's a tutorial. Yeah, it's like a magical girl transformation. Okay. Hey Jason, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, so now what?
We are now connected and can unleash a powerful attack. Together!
Engage attacks are abilities that your units can use once each time they engage. For example, Lodestar Rush deals heavy damage. To use this engage attack, select Lodestar Rush and a weapon. I look kind of weird with my weird shimmering outline. This one does more damage, but my speed goes down a little bit. I'll be fine, right? I'm not gonna get doubled by him, right? Oh, okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna destroy him, okay.
My prayers are with you! This is it!
Oh, foolish. You have nothing to celebrate. You are weakness itself. You will never defeat me.
Yay! Kiro and question mark, question mark, question mark. Best team. Now something's gonna go horribly wrong and we're gonna go back in time.
Thanks to you, this world is saved, and my work here is complete. Know that I will always be with you, and that we will stand together again, as we did this day.
Thank you, question mark, question mark, question mark. Are you gonna at least tell me your name?
If ever we cross paths again, I hope you will remember me.
No, are you telling me I have to roll for you again?
Indeed, that you will remember all of us who took up arms to fight by your side.
Hey Hakase, welcome to the stream.
The 12 emblems.
Wait, there's only 12 of you? Plus DLC, I guess? Oh, okay, I guess. Okay.
Where am I?
Well, hi.
Whoa, tell me you're seeing this.
Why are you in my bedroom? Is this my bedroom?
Hello there. And you are?
You're awake!
Huh?
You're really awake, yeah?
You're the Divine Dragon!
Say my name. Say my name.
No way!
No way! The Divine Dragon is finally awake!
Hey, hold on.
Yep, that's me, Divine Dragon Kiro. At your service. Hey Q Bunny, welcome to the stream. I literally just started the game, so I think it's going well, but I can't really tell.
Calm down, you two. What's all of this ruckus about? Divine Dragon.
Say my name, you coward.
It's a miracle. An utter miracle. The Divine One awake at long last. That I might live to see you standing before me. What an honor.
Not to be rude, but who are you?
Ah, apologies. I lost myself for a moment there. My name is Vander. I am the 32nd Steward of the Dragon.
Hello. Sir Vander?
Oh, my Divine One! There is no need to address me as such. Simply Vander will do.
See? I told you the Divine Dragon was awake.
Yeah, we were telling the truth.
Fram and Clan. Very cool names.
You two. I don't believe I got your names.
Oh, sorry. We were so excited we forgot to introduce ourselves. We're the 33rd Stewards of the Dragon. My name's Clan. Pleased to meet you.
And I'm Fram. We're twins. We've been waiting forever for you to wake up.
As stewards of the dragon, our mission is to protect and provide for you. Generation after generation of our predecessors waited for you to rise from your slumber. I'll admit, I am astonished to see it has finally happened. You see, 1,000 years have passed since the first steward took their post.
That's a long time.
1,000 years? That's how long I've been asleep?
Are you telling me that in 1,000 years, our sense of clothing and fashion has not changed one bit? Why am I wearing the same type of clothing that you guys are wearing 1,000 years apart? Shouldn't you be wearing, like, I don't know, techno cyber suits or something?
Indeed. Your mother, Lumera, the Divine Dragon Monarch, has long awaited this day.
Yeah, I'm old. But I don't look a day over 100.
Finally, you, a Divine Dragon yourself, have awakened. This surely signifies great things.
Yeah, like the start of the game.
Slow down. This monarch you mentioned, she's my mother?
I like how, look at my eye. Look at the way, because my hair covers my eye, but it doesn't cover my eyebrow and my eyelash. So my pupil gets covered, and you can still see the white of my eye, but you can still see the... Like, I don't mind the eyebrow, but the eyelash is just kind of a strange artistic decision.
And I'm a divine dragon, you called it?
Oh, dear. Is your memory hazy, Divine One?
I know my name, but that's about it.
You can't remember anything else?
Yeah, it's like the anime hair logic.
Maybe you're just feeling groggy because of all that sleep.
But I don't even know who I am.
Fret not. Such lapses in memory are to be expected after sleeping for so long.
You ever, like, sleep for 1,000 years and then forget who you are when you wake up? Same.
If I may, you are a divine dragon, a member of a royal family of dragons revered as deities. Queen Lumera, the divine dragon monarch, rules over the holy land of Lethos. In the war 1,000 years ago, she defeated and imprisoned the wicked, fell dragon.
Hey, Dreamy Yoon-chan, welcome to the stream.
You, Divine One, are her only child.
The war. The Fell Dragon. I feel like I can almost remember, but...
Please, do not trouble yourself trying to bring it all back at once. Your memories will return in time. You are a being of immense power. A deity, no less.
I mean, I must be full of immense power if I can sleep for 1,000 years undisturbed. That's a pretty good power.
I have heard many a tale of your kindness, nobility, and bravery. Your unflinching heroism.
That's a lot to live up to.
For now, let us head to Lethos Castle. Queen Lumera will be thrilled to see you. Perhaps the reunion will help stir your memories.
Yeah, that's a long time to not go to the bathroom, or eat anything, or drink anything.
I hope so.
Okay then. Onward and downward.
To Lethos Castle!
I'm assuming I have like a base in this game, right? The more recent Fire Emblem games have always given you like a base. Ooh, that's pretty. Is that a painted background? That's not a real
All this
rendered
time,
background.
I've been sleeping in the sky?
You have, yes.
It's like we're standing in front of a
The place where
painting.
you slumbered is known as the Somniel, a fortress built upon an airborne island to ensure your safety. It is perhaps the most secure place in all of Helios. Only a select few can set foot there.
I see. And you three live there with me.
Yep. As stewards, we spend our time caring for you. And managing things around the Somniel.
So you like clean up after me when I'm sleeping?
It's a sacred place, so we work as hard as we can to keep it shipshape.
I like their little bow ties. They're double-colored bow ties. That's kind of cute.
Royal family members visit us all the time. Well, visit you, really. The Prince and Princess of Firene, a deeply religious country, visit especially often.
They pray next to you, like this. Then they just talk for a while, like they're chatting to a friend.
I see. Thanks for filling me in, Fram. You too, Clan.
The Divine One said our names! And thanked us!
I think I'm going to faint! Unless I already did. Am I dreaming?
Okay, you two, calm down.
Need I remind you that you are in the presence of the Divine Dragon? How many times must I tell you to behave in a manner befitting your station? Divine One, please, forgive this embarrassing breach of decorum.
Breach of decorum? I'm actually enjoying their enthusiasm.
I'm actually enjoying being treated like a god.
You're just as kind-hearted as I always imagined.
Oh, look! There it is!
Lithos Castle. The Divine Dragon Monarch is there, you said?
Yes. I suppose 1,000 years have passed since you've been home.
It looks so pretty, like as if it's straight from a painting.
Don't worry. We'll be right there with you.
You can hold my hand if you like.
Oh, okay, sure, I'll hold your hand.
Thank you.
Here, you can grab the blue hand side, and you can grab the red hand side. Huh? I'm engaged? Oh, I get it, engaged! That's why they keep saying engaged. Haha, got it.
How long have I been wearing this ring? Since before I fell asleep?
I'm engaged to Marth?
That blue stone. It reminds me of something.
Oh, hello.
Huh?
What are those horrible things?
Vander, are creatures like that common around here?
They're not. I've never seen them. Nor have I heard of such monsters appearing in Lithos before. This is a land of peace.
Understood. Well,
Shall we fight them? As you wish, Divine One. You whose bravery knows no equal.
no, let's run.
Huh?
We haven't the slightest idea who they are, and we don't know how they came to be here. Also, they worry me for some
I have an idea,
reason.
SpongeBob.
So
Let's
we run.
leave.
Well, did the Divine Dragon really command me to retreat?
Okay, get to safety.
We'll keep them distracted for you.
What the? Come back! Come back this instant!
Why? You're a mage. Why are you going into melee range?
This isn't looking good.
Why did you run up to him with a book? What were you thinking to do?
Clan! Fram!
Hold on! We shall come to you!
Yeah, he was gonna do the bonk. He was ready to do the bonk. Oh, look at the cute little running sprite. That's cute.
Vander!
Vander, you summoned a horse out of nowhere.
Divine One, stay back. It's too dangerous.
Clan and Fram were trying to protect me. I have to help them. I take back what I said. This is no time to run. Please, let me fight.
All right, but stay on your guard.
I will.
What are these creatures doing in Lithos? We had best use the foliage to take cover.
Got it. So if I know my Fire Emblem, Vander is what we call a Jigen, or possibly an Oi Fei. So basically, he's a paladin, and he appears to be level 1, but he's actually a promoted class. So technically he's like level 21. He's like a character that they give you at the beginning of the game, who is stronger than you, who helps like carry you, but if you use him too much, he eats up all the experience, and he doesn't have as good of a growth, which means that he doesn't turn out as good if you actually raise like units from square one. What you call a pre-promoted unit. Now, in the first Fire Emblem games, there was a guy named Jigen, and he was kind of the first one. He was like an old man, he was your retainer, he was like a paladin, and later, like, basically if you rely on him too much, you screw yourself over. Later on, they added another Jigen called Oifei, and unlike Jigen, he actually had decent growth, so they call Jigens that have bad growths are Jigens, and Jigens with decent growths that you can still use Oifei. So are you a Jigen or are you an Oifei? I mean, I don't really plan on using you, but I'm mentioning this because I'll probably be using these terms as we go in the game, because they are pretty common Fire Emblem terms by the fandom. Hey Tomo, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. But you guys are other units right now. Martial Monk? That's what your class is called? Can I look at your details? Oh, that is the details menu, okay. Wait, what can I do? Oh, okay. Interesting, interesting. Okay. Interesting.
All right.
Oh, they're targeting me instead of them. That good. Guess I don't have anything else besides the sword, eh? I heard that the person who designed the battle animations for this game was the same person that designed the battle animations for the Game Boy Advance Fire Emblem games, which I really love. And so they actually intended to make them so they looked flashy in the same type of manner. So I don't want to give Vander XP. So the red lines in this case tell me that these guys can target me, but you know, in like later Fire Emblem games, they started making it so these were aggro lines, so they actually saw who they would target first. But it looks like in here, it just shows you who's within their zone, because they both line on me and Vander. Like, if they're smart, they're gonna attack... Well, I mean, Vander's not in the bushes. Oh. Yes, I understand this. What if I run away from everyone? I don't want you guys to fight Vander. I mean, I guess it's unavoidable. I guess I'll just put you here where you might only get targeted by one person. I want to save all the XP for me, because I'm greedy.
There are too many of them. Divine One, get out of here!
Ow. Okay, they're both gonna miss each other. Okay, that's fine. I am fine with that.
Fram, are you all right?
Fram, it's not safe for you here. Retreat to the castle.
Oh, okay. Well, that means I have to chase after the guy chasing after
These
you.
are formidable indeed. Divine One, please use a vulnerary if you are wounded.
I'm not wounded. Do you see me? I'm fine. I mean, I should finish off this guy first, but then this guy's gonna get away from me because he's just gonna chase after them. What's my chance? Oh, I only have a 52% chance of hitting you because you're in the bush. Well, that's not good. I guess I'll finish off this guy first. Nice laugh, Kiro. Nice laugh. Nice laugh. I mean, I guess I should finish you off with
steward.
Vander. Oh, 69%. Nice. I'll soften you up and finish you off with Kiro if I can. If I have a choice, that is. Stop chasing after them.
I gotta protect Fram. You rotten monsters don't scare me. Oh
I got a protector, takes an axe to the face and flies backwards. Okay, you two keep dancing around with each other. How big is this map? Okay, oh, that's the edge, okay. Get over here, you. I'm going to run away from you. Because I want Kiro to finish him off. Hey, Shinji, welcome to the stream. I hope these... Oh, I guess they don't have any items to heal, do they? They're gonna die on the next turn unless they do something smart. Oh, well, that's great.
More enemies.
They just keep coming. You're all trying to protect me.
I guess I should have sent
I
Vander
should be
ahead.
protecting you. If only I could.
If I get Fran and Clan dead in the first chapter, I'm gonna be so... Oh! Question mark, question mark, question mark.
You must remember.
Who said that? The ring.
Know that my strength can be yours.
I know that voice.
If ever we cross paths again, I hope you will remember me. Indeed, that you will remember all of us who took up arms to fight by your side.
The 12 emblems.
Divine One? Divine One! You mustn't do this alone!
Don't worry! Please! I'm not alone!
I'm not alone, I have my ghost husband.
Lend me your strength in this fight. Shine on! Emblem of beginnings!
Strike a pose. Are they chanting Fire Emblem in the background?
Emblem Marth, to be clear.
Emblem Marth. We must be weak if we can't even defeat one dude by 2 versus 1-ing him. He's just a random dude. And he's fending off both of us. Okay, there we go.
That was amazing!
We did it! Thanks for your help, Marth. Truly.
Of course. It is good to see you. I was able to answer your call because you remembered me.
Do my eyes deceive me? Or is that an emblem of legend?
Clam! Fram! Get to safety, now!
Right!
Oh, okay, good, they're safe.
With your help, Marth, we might just make it. Will you join us?
Of course. I will fight alongside you from here forward. Your ally until the very end.
A unit can fight alongside an emblem. This is called being synced. When synced, the unit has increased power and access to sync skills. So it's basically like pair up, is what it is, isn't it? Oh. Emblem Marth strikes quickly and repeatedly, dominating foes with his nimble grace. The sync skill Perceptive makes it easier to avoid enemy counterattacks. The engaged weapon Rapier deals bonus damage against cavalry and armored units. The engaged skill Divine Speed adds an additional less powerful attack. Lodestar Rush is a powerful and blindingly fast flurry of blows.
Emblem, engage!
Okay, good. We don't have to watch the entire cutscene every time. Oh, I guess there's no usage on these items. So old Fire Emblem games used to have usages, like you could only use a weapon so many times. And then the recent games kind of got rid of that. I kind of like the difficulty of having limited use weapons, but No weapon durability, I guess. Like, I guess I might as well use this.
I cannot afford to lose.
I can't believe the new protagonist is a homewrecker, because Marth does have a love interest that's canon. But this is Emblem Marth. Very different, apparently. Yeah, so no weapons durability, I have mixed feelings about that, because on one hand that's good, because I'm the type of person that when I played Fire Emblem games, the old Fire Emblem games, I would hoard all the strong weapons and keep them at max durability, and I would only use like the low-ranked weapons for the entire game, just so I can save all the powerful weapons for like the post-game trial maps, where they have like, where you can just keep playing them over and over again. So I would just go through the entire game using only like iron or steel weapons. Oh, I forgot Vander is still here. I'm like, why is my turn over? Oh, hi, I forgot you're still here. You know what, Vander? Come over here, buddy. Let me feed the XP to me. Dang, I look like a raid boss. I got 3 attacks in with that because of Marth.
I live to fight again.
Vander, you escape from this dude. I thought I could only use Low Star Rush once per engage. Oh well.
Fate has brought us here.
Oh no, I didn't use it last turn, that's why.
This is it.
Destroyed!
Cannot afford to
Fatality. Allies who fight alongside emblems gain bond XP, increasing their bond level. As their bond levels increase, units gain stats and access to new effects. Yeah, Emblem Marth is legally distinct from regular Marth. For marriage purposes, I guess. $75, 77%? Oh, I'll take it. Destroyed.
I live to fight again.
Oh, this is an actual level up. Okay. My class is Dragon Child. Cool. Very cool. MVP, yeah. Take that, Vander.
Divine One, Vander, thanks for saving us.
Well, Vander didn't really do anything.
Yeah. And, sorry. This all happened because we ran ahead.
Yeah, what were you thinking? You're a mage. What were you trying to do?
I'm the one who should apologize. You put yourselves in danger trying to protect me. It's such a relief you're both safe now.
Divine One, I hear more enemies approaching.
More? I thought we'd gotten them all.
Evidently not. These creatures, will there be no end to them?
There's more?
Oh, hi.
And they've got a dragon?
But I'm a dragon. Is that my mother? Mother, you almost hit me. You almost hit me.
At last, you are awake.
You almost hit me. If I didn't duck. What were you thinking?
Is it really you?
That is my mom.
Yes, it's me. Thank you for saving us.
Yeah, yeah, the camera really lingered on her chest in it.
What a joy it is to see you.
Huh?
Huh?
I've waited for so long.
Lady, why are you hugging me? It's kind of weird when my mom looks so young.
Oh.
When I sensed you had awoken, I flew here as fast as my wings would carry me. I hope you're not hurt.
That was your fastest? Isn't the castle like just right there?
I'm fine.
What a relief. You cannot understand how I've missed you, my dear child.
Why does she look so young? It's so weird. At least make her tall. If she's gonna look young, at least make her tall and young or something.
Oh, you're my mother.
Oh, very smart, Kiro. Very smart.
What's the matter? Don't tell me.
Since awakening, the Divine One's memory is clouded.
I see.
I see. Main anime character syndrome.
I'm
Got it.
sorry. I'm sure you weren't expecting this.
No, I must apologize. I was so overcome with joy. I hugged you as hard as I could.
You were so overcome with joy, you nearly blasted me with a laser, lady.
I take this to mean you've forgotten everything.
No, I remembered one thing, my husband.
I suppose it's to be expected. 1,000 years is a very long time.
Vander explained that I've been sleeping since some war that happened back then.
Yes, you suffered a terrible wound. And because of that,
You got very sleepy.
A wound? I don't remember that. Or this world, or anything.
His bottom eyelashes kind of bother me too. Just, I know it's like an artistic style, but I can't help but think it looks like jester makeup or something.
don't fret, young one. I will speak to you of all you've forgotten.
I will tell you 1,000 years worth of stories.
Regardless of what you remember, I'm simply glad to have you back.
Prepare to spend
my
the next
dear
1,000 years
child.
listening to my 1,000 years of story.
Still, this isn't the reunion you hoped for.
Oh, don't worry about me. It's solace enough just to hear that sweet voice of yours.
Oh, thank you.
And to gaze once more into your eyes. What lovely colors they are.
Oh, look, it's a little mini me and a mini Vander. Where's your horse now, Sprite Vander? Wait, I can explore the map freely? What is this? After exploring, move to the exit or press plus to open the menu. This is new. What? Is this just because I don't have a base yet? Yeah, or what are we, Xenoblade now? What are we, Genshin? Hey, look, a bird. Can you join my party, bird? Bird? I can't jump. There's no jump. There's an invisible wall here. Wait, look, the bird is... Wait, I gotta show you guys this. I'll hide my VTuber. The bird is marked on my map. Look, the bird is marked on my map, look. The bird is marked on my map. Okay, remember that, remember that. That bird is important. Oh, I can dash? Oh no, that's not dash. Dash. Look at me, just working off that muscle atrophy.
Amazing!
Oh, okay, you're not gonna voice act the rest. I was a bit worried, but we made it through. We're safe because of you, Divine One. Hey, what happened to that guy who popped out of your ring? That is also a very good question. What happened to the guy that popped out of my ring?
So great!
You look so incredible in the battlefield. Of course you did. You're the Divine Dragon. Did you get injured at all? I hope not. If you need healing, though, I'm fantastic at it. Well, I didn't see you healing yourself when you got, like, cleaved with an axe. It hardens me to see you and Queen Lumera reunited at last. The memory loss may have come as a surprise, but she seems elated nonetheless. I don't know. They should have at least made her taller than me or something, just to give her a little bit more of a motherly appearance or something. Like, she looks like she could be my sister.
Thank you.
I'm so very, very happy to see you. It's like a dream. However, we'd best not linger for too long. There may be more enemies lurking about. What's on the menu anyways? Oh, that's it. Materials and gifts. Oh, I don't have any DLC.
Let's head to the castle. Climb on my back.
Ooh, that's pretty.
We live on the continent of Elios, 4 realms surrounding a holy land at its center. Firene, Kingdom of Abundance. Brodia, Kingdom of Might. Elusia, Kingdom of Knowledge. Solm, Queendom of Freedom. The land of Lithos, home of divine dragons. And Gradlon, domain of the fell dragon, fallen to ruin. 1,000 years ago, our lands endured a vicious war with the fell dragon.
I like how it's just a
Called upon
snake on a
heroes
dragon
from other
body.
worlds to aid us, heroes known as emblems.
Well, they look like
With
Egyptian
them,
drawings.
The warriors of
or
our
something.
nations fought as one. In the end, we were victorious in defeating and imprisoning the fell
Bonk.
dragon. In the years since, our world has
Or
been
like
safe,
classical, like Renaissance.
but now,
Not Renaissance, like old
I
Greek
sense a resurrection. The
Greek,
binding
like,
weakens.
vase urn paintings or
If
something.
his shadow stretches across the land again,
Oh, this looks so weird.
then we must fight him anew, as we did in ages past.
You
Fell
talking like that.
dragon, Sombron, must be stopped.
You talking like that with your dragon form looks very weird. I forgot about how in Three Houses they actually did like all the old like medieval looking artwork for like the cutscenes. Even though I barely paid attention to those cutscenes because they just had flavor text. Yeah, I guess I can't turn into a dragonfly yet either.
Here we are. We are safe within these walls.
That means we're not going to be safe within these walls soon.
So this is Lithos Castle. It's beautiful.
I'm glad you think so.
Did we take Vander's horse with us too? That's another question I have to ask. When she flew up in the air, did we carry the horse?
Though you may not remember this place, I've long waited to welcome you back here. Welcome home.
I'm home?
Yes, you are. I feel overwhelmed with joy. I may cry.
You just see like the cutscene of her flying as a dragon, and then down at the bottom her claws are just holding onto a horse, like a whole horse.
Queen Lumera.
Vander, Clan, Frem, thank you for all you've done. You are worthy stewards indeed. You and your predecessors, watching over my child all these years. I am ever so grateful.
You are too kind.
Yeah, it's awful nice of you to say that. I'm starting to feel woozy.
Oh yeah, go us! We just got praised by Queen Lumera herself!
The happiness of this moment aside, I am troubled to see the corrupted here in Lithos.
The corrupted?
Those enemies you were fighting out on the grasslands.
Oh, I didn't like those things one bit. Just the sight of them made my blood run cold.
Understandably so. The corrupted are corpses revived by an evil power. The Fell Dragon used them as his soldiers in the war. Before the start of that bitter conflict, Elios had known peace for eons. But then, a dark presence emerged. Sombron. Despite tireless searching, we could not determine where he'd come from. But seeing the destruction he wrought, there was no doubt of his evil intentions.
Okay, glowing, purple, shady, red-eyed zombie monsters equals bad. Got it.
Now the corrupted are spreading once more. This may be a sign of his return.
No.
I wonder if it is mere coincidence that you awakened as all this unfolds. If the Fell Dragon has been released, Then we must prepare for battle.
I can't imagine fighting someone like that.
Worry not. I doubt he will attack anytime soon.
That means he's gonna attack soon.
This castle is filled with the spirits of divine dragons. The corrupted cannot enter it easily. Let us devise a plan now, while we have the opportunity. Emblem Marth.
You called my
It's
husband.
been quite some time, Lumera.
I like how they have to specifically say Emblem Marth too.
That it has. Thank you for lending your aid against the corrupted.
We gotta be very clear, this isn't Marth. This is Emblem Marth.
You're welcome. But of course, I could help only because your child remembered me. You know, it is possible the others are awake now, just as I am.
Perhaps you are right.
Sorry, but what do you mean? Who's awake?
Yeah, this is legally distinct Marth, who's not committing adultery.
There is something I should show you. Follow me.
Can I get more Emblem legally distinct characters now? Oh, there's the statues. I see Celica,
What is this place?
I see Byleth.
This is the Ring Vault. It is where the emblem rings are enshrined.
Do I just get them all at the beginning? No way. Or is it a gacha? I really hope it's not a freaking
Those
gacha.
of the Holy Knight, of the Sage Lord, and of the Azure Twins rest here.
Like, I remember saying, like, well, it's a single-player game, right? Gacha system would be dumb, but then I played freaking Xenoblade 2, and that's exactly what Xenoblade 2 had.
As well as the Ring of the Princess Exalt, and finally, the Ring of the Instructor. Each dwells within an emblem ring, as Marth resides in the Ring of the Hero
Just let me
King.
pick one of them as my starter, and then I'll be fine.
So, counting Marth, there are 6 emblem rings. Wow.
In fact, there are 12. 6 here, and 6 entrusted to the other countries. As a precautionary measure.
What do you mean?
The emblems grant world-altering power to whoever has all 12 rings.
Well, then we shouldn't have 6 in one place.
For generations, the divine dragons used this power to ensure peace and prosperity in Elios. Indeed, that was how we locked away the Fell Dragon. But many have sought to steal the rings and use them for their own nefarious purposes.
Which is why they're scattered all over the continent, not just stored here.
Precisely. The rings offer their power but once every 1,000 years,
You can only call Emblem Marth once every 1,000 years.
at which time the divine dragon travels across Elios to collect them from each nation's ruler. With 1,000 years having passed since last time, I was planning to carry out this ritual soon. But if the Fell Dragon is after the rings, the emblems may be summoned before I arrive.
Summoned?
It is how one calls for an emblem from a ring, just as you did earlier with Marth.
Yeah, that's one hell of a long engagement.
Only those with royal dragon blood are capable of summoning. That includes you, my child.
Oh, you must be talking about the phrase that popped into my head.
Engage!
An invocation, you mean? What was it?
Engage!
Shine on, emblem of beginnings.
Or that.
I wasn't even thinking about it. The words just fell from my mouth.
That was how you summoned Marth. What was your focus, your intention when you spoke those words?
I wanted to help Clan and Fram. I didn't want to lose them. I wanted to protect them.
Your focus was on helping others. Remember that intention whenever you summon emblems. Not to keep the power for yourself. Understand? To borrow so you may protect others.
I understand.
Now, why don't we try a practice battle? You must be a little rusty after all these years.
Here, let me turn into a dragon and blow some laser beam at your head again.
How about we train here? You will be the one fighting. The emblem lends you their strength. You need to train your body and mind to unleash an emblem's full power. Vander, Clan, Frem, you will be aiding my child in this battle. against me.
Queen Lumera, even in a practice battle, I could not turn my weapon on you.
Oh, Vander, please do put your heart into it. I know I will.
I know I will.
The corrupted?
No, dear. Not at all. How could you think so? I made these opponents from plants and rocks.
Okay, that's kind of suspicious. No, they're just plants and rocks. Look. Can't you tell? Plants and rocks.
Nevertheless, their abilities are the same. Drop your guard and you could be hurt.
They're really unsettling. Can we train with something else? They give me the chills.
Listen, you must push through your fear and face whatever opponent stands against you. Never run away. You are my child, the protector of all. The Divine Dragon.
I understand.
Don't worry, Divine One. We'll back you up every step of the way.
Yeah! What Fram said.
As loath as I am to battle against Queen Lumera, orders are orders. I pledge to bring us victory.
Thank you, everyone.
Now, let's begin.
Be cautious, Divine One. Some of these enemies are carrying long-range weapons. Therefore, they can rain arrows upon us from afar.
Mission, defeat Mom. Got it. Let's see, how strong is Mom? She seems fine. Is she gonna move? Oh, she doesn't move. Okay, cool. Very cool, Mom. Very cool. Okay, so I'm guessing you just heal. Wait, Iron Body Art. What is that? Like, do you actually fight like a monk? Like, it says you're a martial monk, but that means you actually punch, right? I'm glad they added grapplers in the last Fire Emblem. And you're just a mage, okay.
See this enemy with the axe. Axe wielders are at a disadvantage against swords.
Ah, yes, that's why I struggled against that cutscene with all the guys with lances coming at me because of the weapon triangle.
Swords are strong against axes, axes against lances, and then lances against swords. If you outmatch your foe, you can break their fighting stance for an advantage in combat. Try it. Strike with your sword. After their stance is broken, they'll be open to further attack.
So we have like a break system, like Octopath here? Inflict the break status on enemy by landing an attack with a weapon as an advantage. It is Octopath! Broken units cannot counterattack until after their next combat. Whoa, that sounds really good. Swords have advantage, blah blah blah. Wait, what about the fist? Arts have advantage over bows, tomes, and knives. Straight up, so the being fist gives you advantage over like all the ranged stuff? Cool. So he can't even counterattack. That's so broken.
Well done.
So let me get this straight. So if you hit them with the advantage, they drop their weapon, they can't counterattack. That seems a bit OP, but that means the game is gonna balance around that, right? So that means enemies are gonna be... Are they gonna give me formations that are ridiculously hard because of that to make up for it?
You see, swords are strong against axes. Always keep such weapon advantages in mind. Enemies can't counterattack while recovering their stance. A good time to finish them off.
Can they break me? That's a good question.
Hey, Divine One. I don't know if you knew this or not, but I can use magic.
Oh really? I thought you were bonking them with your magic book last time.
I'm good from near or far, even against well-protected enemies.
Mystical units ignore terrain bonuses to a foe's avoid rate when attacking with magic. You can still hit me from there. Well, I guess it's okay if a bow user tries to hit me, that's fine. Actually, I need to check this. Okay, you only do 6 damage, so I'll be fine if you attack me.
Sorta like that, maybe?
Look at hearts! Affinity! So they went back to showing, like, they just show you that you're in their attack range. They don't show you who they're aggroed on. I kind of like that. I didn't like that they gave you that in 3 houses. It felt like it was too much of a crutch. Okay. I'm gonna move you here, because apparently you give Kiro extra crit. I wanna get her to fight.
The Divine One looked right at me! You know, I can do some mean healing with my staff. Not only that, I can take incoming hits from nearby allies. But it smarts when I do. Anyway, if you don't want to get hurt, or you need some patching up, just lean on me.
Staves are items that can heal. Yeah. So staves do have a number of uses. Chi adept units can use Chain Guard to protect adjacent allies from attack. With Chain Guard, the ally does not take damage. Instead, the Chi adept takes damage equal to 20% of their own max HP. Also, it's a fixed 20%. Chain Guard is only available when the HP is full. Let's try it. Here, you can Chain Guard. Oh, I don't select the target. It just happens. Okay. Let's try it. Oh no, but then she won't be able to heal herself. Okay, I guess you weren't even. I didn't even need to Chain Guard. You weren't even actually attacking.
Yeah, no problem.
Or anyone else. I want to see her attack. Yeah! Oh yeah! Okay, monks actually in Fire Emblem, nice. Oh, you're moving now, okay, sweet. Come on, Mom.
It's time I enter the fray.
Yeah, the sound of Kiro enjoying punching things.
There is no need to hold back, my child.
All right.
Look at the back of her dress, it's so big. Oh, you're not gonna transform into a dragon, okay. How do you sword fight with that long dress? It's so long.
I'll manage. Lend me your strength.
She's just built different, right? Oh, you are so dead when I use that. So I'm gonna heal first, just to get the XP.
Kind of you.
They heal and they punch, it's perfect. That's all I ever wanted from a monk.
I've got this.
Goodbye, Mom.
My prayers are with you.
Goodbye, Mom. Thank you for the frogs. That's true. Awakening had the bride class, which had much larger dresses. That's true. I hated the bride class just because I didn't like the idea of like a gendered class specifically for the females that was a bride. Like it was just so. And then the males got like demon fighter. It was like, okay, you get to be demon fighter. Girls, you get to be brides.
Fantastic. fantastic work. You fought together splendidly. Let's move on. Wait over there a moment. All right. If everyone is in position, we'll begin.
You can transform and then fight us again.
This time, I will be more hands-on. I intend to fight as if in an actual battle.
I am fighting to kill.
Furthermore, I'll be using this.
Mom! Are you bringing Dad?
Is that the ring of the Holy Knight?
Indeed it is. I'm inviting an old friend
Who's my dad?
to join us.
Who's my dad? Watch her summon like Grima. Oh, it's Sigurd, right?
I am Sigurd. If you require strength and swiftness, I am all too happy to oblige.
Emblem Sigurd.
Oh, sorry, yes, Emblem Sigurd.
Each emblem has their own abilities. When allied with them, you can call upon their unique powers and skills.
Whatever Sigurd's power is, it won't be the same as Marth's. We'd better keep our eyes open.
Yeah, Sigurd's married too, right?
My rapier is effective against cavalry, like those enemies over there. Once we engage, you can use my weapon. Try it against that foe.
Emblem energy. Sometimes an emblem's energy lingers in a space. If a synced unit finishes their action or waits on a space containing emblem energy, the engaged meter will fill completely. So, crutch. What if I want to get some XP for you guys? Oh, you're gonna kill him. I guess I want the emblem energy. Well, I can just finish him off with my mage. Oh, I forgot to use the rapier. He told me to use the rapier and I didn't. That's fine. Because you need the XP.
Phew.
Here, you can hang out over here.
Whatever you say.
Make sure I'm not in their range. Eat this!
For the Divine Dragon.
You solo this guy? Oh, you could. Could I leech a little bit of XP? I could. Because if I take some damage, that'll also give her someone to heal. I remember I would just like let my units take small amounts of damage on purpose just so I could continuously heal for the XP.
The strength of the stewards.
Yeah, you guys take forever to level up. What do you guys have? Oh, your sword? You're just sword. Well, that's fine. I can't run and past this bush. This bush is in my way. Fine, I'll wait until next turn to get into the bush.
That helps.
Give me XP.
Your teamwork is inspiring. Now it's time for us to make our move. Come, Sigurd.
Oh, okay, I wasn't expecting you to come. Oh, hi.
Queen Lumera, please forgive me.
I was expecting her to charge halfway across the map.
Vander, you are my child's knight. You must fill that role as best you can. Attack me with all your might.
Ow! Don't run away from me.
That was incredible.
Lord Sigurd is remarkably swift. Perhaps we should be grateful this is a mock battle.
Does that mean if someone dies, like, we'll be... This won't count? No, no, you guys stay away! Well, I gotta keep Vander away from her. How much damage does she do if I attack her? Okay, not actually that much. Dang, her range is huge. Does she destroy these two on, like... Okay, I do no damage to them, to her, but she doesn't destroy me. Okay, so the only person she'll destroy is Vander. Okay, I can live with that. What if I engage and fight her? I just want to see if I can take her out now.
Emblem, engage!
Oh, I destroy her if I do. Okay, sweet.
This is certainly more of a challenge.
Your enemies will not hold back, and neither will I. That is why you must defeat me. What a delight it is to see you in battle after all these years.
Fate has brought us.
Goodbye, mother.
So sorry.
Wait, no, does the battle end? No, I shouldn't have done this. I needed the XP from the other guys. I shouldn't have killed her right away.
You've won. I'm proud to see you working together.
I should have killed the other guys first. I forgot. This wasn't a route mission. This is a defeat boss mission. No, mother, I need more XP. Give me more. Summon more of those fabrications for me. Make more tree people. No! Why is Clan the MVP? I guess he killed like 2 people. Oh, I should have gotten the XP from the other guys. I was too eager to kill the boss. Oh well.
Well fought, everyone. You bested Sigurd and me. That's quite the feat. There is much to improve upon, but this is a wonderful start. Great work.
Mother, if you want to defend this kingdom, I think you need to train up a little bit.
Thank you.
Unless you're gonna die in the course of the story.
I can't believe we had to fight against Queen Lumera.
Yeah, well, I can't believe we won!
Though you have only just awoken, your power seems to be growing already, Divine One.
I'd like for you to have this.
You giving me Sigurd's ring? Oh.
This is the sword you were using, isn't it?
Yes. An ancient blade that can be wielded only by divine dragons. It served me well for many years, but now...
Thank you. Someday, I'll prove that I'm worthy of this sword.
I have no doubt. Please, take this as well.
Oh, a toothpaste ring, thank you.
Is this another emblem ring?
No, it is purely ornamental. You see, before your slumber, I made you a promise.
What was it?
I said I'd give you a birthday present that suited you perfectly.
So I got this gem that's colored exactly like your weird hair combination.
I was working on it in private, but I was unable to finish it in time. That birthday has long since passed, but I would quite like to give you this gift now.
I'm sorry. I can't accept.
Why not?
Because I plan to dye my hair.
That ring fulfills a promise you made me, right? But I don't remember that promise.
Come on, Kiro, someone gives you a gift. You're supposed to accept it. Rejecting it is rude.
It'd feel wrong accepting it. Like I was taking a present meant for someone else. Please offer me this gift again once I've remembered everything.
No, that's probably a powerful item that I need.
Everything.
Take it now.
You say. Did facing me in battle stir any recollections?
It didn't. I'm sorry.
You need not apologize. It doesn't matter what you can remember right now. I only hope that one day you will think of me as your mother. As you did 1,000 years ago. Forgive me. I was so thrilled to spend time with you again. I suppose I got a little carried away, didn't I?
Yep, trying to be polite main character Kiro versus being a pragmatic Kiro.
Oh, no. It's all right.
I don't mean to put you on the spot. Perhaps we should call it a day, hmm? But let's agree to chat again in the morning.
This game has such a slow startup. Like some of the other Fire Emblem games like dive right into it pretty quickly. This is such a slow startup.
What do you say? Pinky promise?
Yeah, pinky promise, okay.
All right.
Look at my little pixel sprites. Does that mean when I get everyone in my party, is everyone gonna fit on that screen? Are there birds here? Oh, the other animals are marked on my map. Hello. Hi. I can't pet you. That's a shame. That's a crime. Who else is here? There's cats everywhere. Were you guys on the battlefield? Divine One, you look so amazing. I swear I'm gonna get stronger too, especially for you. I was helpful, yeah? At least a little. I'm gonna be helpful to you, Divine One. But you were the MVP.
Spectacular as ever.
You fought magnificently. Going forward, I will continue alongside you as your knight.
Please rest easy for today.
We'll chat in the morning. Okay. Anything else? Shiny spots? Berries? Iron ingot times 20?
How wonderful to see my child awake at last. Now we'll never have to be apart. There's so much to catch up on.
That's a death flag.
So much to see and do together.
These are all death flags.
We can chat for hours, take long walks, share meals, and then, if my child's memories are truly lost, I wonder. Emblem Sigurd.
I am here.
If this is Emblem Sigurd, is his horse Emblem Sigurd's horse?
There's something
Emblem
I'd
horse.
like to discuss with you.
Is she gonna give me Sigurd's ring?
Today certainly was eventful.
Yeah, Emblem Horse! My favorite character, guys, Emblem Horse.
Queen Lumera seems so kind and caring. I'm sure she was a wonderful mother. If only I could remember those days. I must have felt so lucky to be her child.
Is that Byleth? No, it's not. It could be Emblem Byleth.
Why are you here alone?
Is that me? Oh, it's evil me. Grima. So clearly the red side of my hair is bad. Quickly, I need to go dye my hair. I need to make my hair all blue. I need to dye this red part away right now.
What was that? Was that me? Are you all right? It looked as though you were having a bad dream.
Marth, I need to dye my hair right now.
But yes, I'm all right.
Do you have any blue dye?
Were you here this whole time?
Yeah, it really feels like they're mashing together like the storylines of Awakening and Fates. Like I know in general Fire Emblem stories kind of repeat a lot of the same story beats, but this game feels like it's a little bit too obvious.
You were wearing my ring when you went to bed. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to take it off. That's all right. Keep it on. Then if something happens, I will be able to help. Besides, after a millennium together, I would feel uncomfortable if we were separated now.
True. That means that I've been sleeping with Emblem Marth for 1,000 years, huh? Don't read too much into that sentence.
Marth. What was I like?
You can't believe Emblem Marth is a clingy husband.
You knew me back then. You must be able to tell me something.
I still don't think these Emblem characters should be characters. They should just be a gameplay mechanic, but I think they're kind of superfluous to the plot.
Well...
Actually, you were a horrible
You were
person
kind.
1,000 years ago.
As you are now. There's no need to remember everything at once. Take your time. Ease back into your memories. Lumera advised that too, didn't she? Yes, she did. Sorry. I don't mean to be impatient. It's all right.
I'm also the only one with those giant eyelashes under my eyes.
What was that? I'm not sure. An enemy raid? We had best take a look. I'm worried about Lumera and the others. Agreed.
Oh good, straight into it. Pegasus Knights already. Where's my bow user?
Vander! Clan! Fram!
Oh, Divine One. Thank goodness you're safe.
What's happening? Tell me.
Some enemies busted right through the castle walls like paper! Suddenly, bam! They're here!
What's worse, they fought their way into the ring vault. If you ask me, they're trying to get their hands on the emblem rings.
Quickly, I'll put all the rings on my hand at once.
Even as we speak, Queen Lumera is defending the vault.
Oh, she's definitely dying.
Quickly, we must fly to her aid.
Oh, these aren't corrupted. These are normal people.
Follow me!
Unless they too are made of plants and rocks. Wait, oh. I was gonna say, do we get a new character or something that comes... Ooh, drop items. You drop items? Oh, you drop a vulnerary. Well, that's not super useful. You know, I kind of miss... Wait, oh no, never mind, you do have a name. I kind of miss how the older Fire Emblem games had, like, generic bosses with names. Like, at least they had names and different portraits. Like, Three Houses only had a couple of them, because you mostly fight against your own, like, playable characters. And then, same with Fates, like, all the bosses were just other playable characters, so they didn't have very many actual, like, bosses. Like, even if they're not important to the story, it's just world building. Oh, there's a bunch of Pegasus Knights over here. Let's just stay away from these things for now. I'll lure them. Oh, you can't fly through the pillars, idiot.
Here goes.
I'm trying to decide if I want to engage right away. Nah. So, like, obviously between these three, Vander's the only one who could, like, I assume could take a hit. But I don't want him to actually get XP. What if I just make everyone go for me?
Me? Okay.
Actually, no, let's
As
do
your
this.
steward.
You go here. You guys are on standby. Actually, you could kill... Oh no. The Pegasus Knights will come and destroy you, so that's not a good idea. You guys could just hang out here. There is item trading, but I don't really have many... Oh, I guess everyone has a vulnerary. I got an achievement!
This ends now.
Ooh, a crit. That was cool.
I won't forget you.
Oh, they're coming in from there. Okay.
There are too many of them. We'll never make it to the ring vault.
Through this door, right?
Hello.
Yes, this is the one.
Wait, do you have cat ears? Here, you guys. I realize you guys can't see this.
Then let's go.
I hear voices.
3 people.
Someone's coming.
Made it. Cannot a moment
Look at his
too
frilly, poofy pants.
soon. The Crown Prince Alfred of Firenze is here to help. Let me at him.
Prince Alfred of Firenze, you said?
Could it be? Are you the Divine Dragon? You finally woke up?
I did, yes.
That's amazing! You know, I've waited ages for this to happen. There's so much to talk about. Later, of course. After we've taken care of these scoundrels. Who are they?
Oh, but you
anyway?
guys are green units, so I don't even actually get to directly control you. You're gonna leech all my XP.
We're not sure. They attacked so suddenly.
Well, let's do this quickly. Pin down whoever's in charge and get some answers. Oh, these are my retainers, Etier and Boucheron. From now on, consider us at your disposal. Lead the way, Divine One.
Thank you for your help.
Oh, okay, sweet. I actually get to use them. Let's see this. Oh, it's like a headband. See, I thought that she had cat ears, and then her hand, because of the way her sleeve is, I thought it was like her tail coming up, because it just looks so weird in the shadowed portrait. Okay, you're an archer. Actually, let's have a closer look at you. Okay. Interesting, interesting. You're a big boy. Ah, yes, the usual first archer and the first axe user or fighter you have. Can I kill this thing in one turn? Oh, I totally can. Okay, I don't need to engage then.
For the Divine Dragon.
How much damage do you do? Oh, you can one-shot that guy. I'm trying to see how efficiently I can give everyone XP. Oops, no, that's not what I wanted. Auto battle. I almost said auto battle. No, stop it! Stop trying to make me auto battle. Like, I don't know if I'm committed to using Eti.
Sorry, Divine One. I didn't have a chance to introduce myself. My name's Boucheron. If I'm near an enemy you're fighting, I can jump in and land another hit on them.
Huh.
Call on me if you need some extra oomph.
Backup units could add a chain attack to an ally's assault. They will join allies' attack if they're in range. Interesting. I guess you talk too.
It's an honor to meet you, Divine One. My arrows are perfect for knocking airborne enemies out of the sky. With these muscles, I'll have those flyers dropping like flies.
I'm ready for more.
I know if I tackle it with Eddie, she's just gonna kill that thing. I want to farm the XP. Oh, you don't have enough speed to double. Here, you punch him. Hey Lork, welcome to the stream. Yeah, the game has paunches! Isn't that fantastic? That's like the best news I've heard.
Gotcha.
You can wait there. Just in case I need someone to one-shot those flyers. Can't double anyone, you're too slow. Boucheron. How much damage do you do? Probably not much. If I weaken you with him, can Boucheron kill it? Yes. Yes, exactly. It's a portable bonk. You are absolutely correct. Oh, I'm so close to leveling.
I did it!
The cursor feels a little bit like it has too much movement. Like I press it for like an extra second and it like flies an extra couple squares. Get that XP.
Kind of you.
Yeah, Boucheron is big. Okay, let's see if we can farm Boucheron some kills again. Barely got any XP. Oh, I guess you're level 4, so you don't really need it. What are you guys? You're 5. You're 4. Okay, you guys actually don't need it. I should be getting the XP. Okay, who needs a tiny heal? You need a tiny heal. Tiny heal.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, you guys are really far away. Wait, no, there's another Pegasus Knight there. Aha. The Joy-Con is so excited. Bunch of cowards. Stop it! Cursor, please. Is this gonna set them all off, or are they all gonna come at me now? Oh, never mind. Okay, we're good. I don't. Why did I stay in this? I already have engage. Okay, well, we should get rid of the flyer first. She's gonna be dangerous, just because I don't want her sneaking up on us. Can't step in the rubble. Like, I was thinking of putting someone here, but then they're gonna get attacked by like 2 things. I feel like that's a bad idea. Here. You guys just get ready to blast everyone. You can just stay here, Vander. We don't need you. Oh, I forgot. You can break me too. That was great. Oh, you're all coming at me at once. This is fantastic. That's exactly what I wanted. I'm trying to think. I was like, can I spread out the XP? But I think I might actually have to like play seriously now, just to get all these guys out of the way.
Looks like I broke them.
They're pretty cool. Oh, cool. It even shows me, like, before I select the attack, like, how much damage I would do. That's kind of neat. I want Kiro to bottleneck the boss. So I need to get rid of this thing. You can actually do quite a bit of damage. What if I do you? You can't kill it. Can I weaken? Sure, let's weaken this. Hey, Risuke, welcome to the stream! Thanks for coming by. Yeah, if you want to not be spoiled, yeah, don't come by. But I appreciate you stopping by. Some of my friends are streaming this too. I'm like, oh, I want to go watch their streams, but I also don't want to get spoiled. And they probably started ahead of me because they played like right at midnight when the game came out. I'm trying to figure out how I can farm the XP the most efficiently.
That's how it's done.
Yeah, it's shaping up pretty good. The gameplay is good, which I already expected. I'm more concerned about how the plot goes. It seems pretty generic so far, but we'll see. Gameplay's fun though, and that's really all you need, I guess. This is chapter 3. You can do quite a damage to her. How much can I do to her?
Lend me your strength.
Oh right, I have this, I forgot. Oh yeah, I don't need any help at all. Okay, we'll do this first.
I hope you find peace.
I hate how I can't... Okay, there we go. I guess once you see the engage animation once per battle, it just goes away.
Who are you? And what do you want?
I am here to fight, not exchange words.
You're here to die, that's what you
prayers
mean.
are with you.
Overkill. Fatality.
You're not just any soldiers, are you?
I like how my sword clips through my shoulder armor. Very cool. Oh, bond XP between Kiro and Martha's at max. Already? Select bond in the reference menu. Or the world map to increase bond level further. Oh. Oh, it's a support. Oh, it's a support thing. Okay. Nice, double them. Nice job, clan.
Like that, maybe?
What a brave archer.
Looks like we cleared the way. Let's get to the ring vault. Whoever it is you are, the rest
Where
of
did
your
you come
forces
from?
have all been defeated. So surrender now. If you refuse, I will stop you.
Why does your cloak have the texture of a potato sack? Yeah, thanks for coming, Risuke.
But how?
Do I detect a hint of fear? Of course I do.
Oh no, she teleported behind me. What will I do?
Time to die. Look out!
I knew it.
Now, why don't you hand the rings over?
I told you, Mom, you should train more.
Leave here at once!
Scares them off with one laser. Very innocuously drops an entire freaking jewel pendant.
No.
Look, all her bruises are gone.
I'll fix you up!
Well, look, they're actually trying to heal her in a cutscene. Like, wow.
What's the matter?
My staff isn't helping her. She's hurt really
At least they're
bad.
acknowledging that they're trying.
It's her divine dragon powers. They're almost totally wiped out. A divine dragon losing their power. It's the same as losing years of their life. The thing is, there's no reason Queen Lumera should be drained like this. It doesn't make any sense.
It's simple, my young one. I gave my power unto you.
But why?
All the years you were sleeping, healing, I was transferring my divine dragon powers to you. I hoped it would be enough to bring you back to me someday. But now, it would seem that I'm completely spent.
Oh no, this is my fault. I did this.
No, my dear. You have to push those thoughts away. There is nothing a mother wouldn't do to see life return again to her beloved child.
But
This ring, it belongs to you now. The ring of the Holy Night. I had so hoped to give you the ring I made as well. But that's not possible now. Listen to me,
Wait,
child.
why can't you give me the other ring?
Those who invaded here, I sensed the power of the fell dragon within them. You must not allow them to capture any more of their rings. Please, I beg of you, gather together all 12 rings. And when your scattered memories return to you, you must fight on with the utmost divinity. I believe in you,
My hand clipping through her collar takes away from the scene.
I'll collect the rings. I swear to you. And I'll fight. I'll do whatever you want. But please, don't leave me. Mother!
Young one. How I've longed to hear you call me that. All of those years, I held out hope. My heart is fuller than you could ever know.
It can't end like this. You were going to give me that ring once my memories came back. You promised. And there are so many things you haven't told me yet. You said that we would talk.
I did. There's still so much I wanted to say to you. Being your mother, becoming your mother has brought so much happiness into my life.
I know, and I'm happy to be your child. In this moment, here and now, and 1,000 years ago, I am. Don't go. Stay with me until I remember again. Please, Mother. I need more time.
Oh, my sweet one. Now, let's make a promise. Mother and child. We'll make it a pinky promise. I swear to you, I'll be with you always and forever. And the ring, remember. Once you've rested, we will talk. You and I.
Mother. No. Please!
This simply cannot have happened. Queen Lumera.
Divine Dragon Queen. She has left us.
Mother, please wake up. You promised you'd stay by my side. You have to. You have to keep your promise.
Thank you for helping with my mother's funeral.
It was the final service we could provide Queen Lumera as stewards.
I can't believe she's gone.
Come on, Fram. Think how hard this must be on the Divine Dragon. We gotta hold it together.
I'm trying, but...
Lumera. I never thought our paths would diverge so soon.
Nor I. And to leave a child behind, I did that in death. A bitter memory.
Wait, so Emblem Sigurd actually has the memories of real Sigurd? Is this canonical?
I vow to protect your offspring in your absence, Lumera.
Am I wearing...
If we could grant our power now...
Am I wearing both of the rings on the same finger, or am I wearing them on different fingers?
Marth, you know that's not possible without the other emblems
yeah,
here.
So this is not legally distinct Sigurd?
Yes, I know. This is awful. Sorry I couldn't have done... something.
No, Prince Alfred. Without you, our losses may have been even greater. Though I must ask, why did you come? Was there something you needed?
Our kingdom is in danger. My mother sent me to ask Queen Lumera for help. All over Firene, our people are being attacked by these creatures. Creatures? What kind of creatures?
Were they made of rocks and grass?
These things are like people, but cracked, almost crumbling. The corrupted. Oh, so that's what you call them. Yes, corpses brought back to life. No wonder they wouldn't listen to us. They just keep attacking everything. We sent our knights out to hold them off, but it's a losing battle. My kingdom is being destroyed. Divine One, will you help us? Please, come with me to Firene.
Me? What can I do? It was my mother's help you wanted, not mine.
Yeah, basically zombies. Is this like The Last of Us, but in medieval setting?
Queen Lumera is gone. You're the last divine dragon. We need the power of the rings to save Firene. And only you can do that.
I thought we already had 6 of the rings.
Sorry, I don't mean to press the topic.
Unless the intruders got away with some.
We'll do what we can.
Medieval Dead Rising.
I'm coming with you.
You will?
I don't want more families to be torn apart. More people to suffer. Even if I'm scared, I have to push through my fear. Now that my mother is gone, it's my duty to step into the role of Divine Dragon. And if each kingdom is protecting rings, I take it Firene has one, correct?
That's right.
Then I need to go there anyway, to honor my mother's request. She asked me to gather all of the rings and bring peace back to Helios. As the Divine Dragon, I officially accept the Kingdom of Firene's request for
I just want your ring. Promise me you'll give me the ring when I help you.
That's great to hear. Thank you, Divine One.
Happy to help, Prince Alfred.
Just Alfred is fine. I've been visiting you at the Somniel since I was a boy. I think of you as an old friend. A very, very old friend.
A very, very old friend that I've never talked to and stared at you as you slept for however long I've been living.
I appreciate that. Actually, I can't remember anything from before I fell asleep.
Hey, B. Chris, welcome to the stream. I'm doing good, how are you?
Nothing?
This world is new to me. I appreciate having friends who can teach me about it.
I'll do my best. Can't say I'll know much compared to Queen Lumera, but I'll try.
Thank you, Alfred.
Yeah, it kind of explains Alfred's, "Oh my god, you're bestie, you're awake," his introduction. Okay, we already know about support. Oh right, I have they told me that I have to increase my bond with Marth, right? Because I maxed it out. How do I do that? How do I do that? Okay, apparently I can't do that here. Okay, maybe it'll tell me. Wait, that's not the only tutorial I've gotten. What the heck? Okay, I already knew that. Where is the part about dragon units? Well, oh, that's me. Where does it tell me what to do with Marth? Okay, well, we'll figure it out.
No.
Queen Lumera was always so nice to me, but now I'll never see her smile again. Thanks for reminding me.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Divine One. I wish I could have healed her. You just reunited too. It's so unfair. At least you tried. I respect that. Wait, why is... Oh. I cannot make up for what you've lost, but I'm at your side, Divine One. I'll be your sword and shield, Divine One, and a flower. What brings more comfort than that? Thanks for the flower, I guess. Thanks for agreeing to help us. I hope we could do something to save Firene. Poor Queen Lumera. When word gets out, there will be mourning all over Firene. Hey, the R button to dash is such a weird choice. At least make it like ZR or something. Any animals about? Any other hidden items? Nope.
We ought to establish a base of operations before we begin.
Oh, I finally got a base.
The Somniel would be uniquely useful.
The problem with the base, though, like, if it's like a traveling base, that's fine, but, like, at least one of my problems with Three Houses, especially, was because the whole thing was based around, like the school was your base. They wrote the story around that, so there were so many times where it was like, we ventured out really, really far, and it was like, oh no, we're going back to base. And then we ventured far out again. Like, it just didn't make sense logistically at times, because they didn't want to make multiple base, like, maps and move all the NPCs around with us. So the story felt like it was a bit stilted because of that whole base mechanic.
A little out of the way, isn't it?
Wait, I guess if we use the Somniel, they said that's a floating island, right? Does it move? Can we pilot it?
I can't imagine how we'd get everyone there and back.
Oh, or they're going to come up with some convenient plot contrivance, aren't they?
As a divine dragon, you can travel there no matter where you are in the world.
Ah, teleportation, I see.
I can?
Indeed. Furthermore, one can only enter the Somniel with a divine dragon's power.
So wait, let me get this. Let's say we're in the middle of a battle, right? And the battle is really tough and we're losing. I could just spirit everyone away back to base. Lore-wise, that should be possible.
Without Queen Lumera's blessing, even we stewards couldn't have set foot there. That is what makes it a safe haven.
Well then, yes. Let's use it as our base. But before we depart, can you give me a moment?
Hmm?
Yeah, I'm basically just a big Uber service to the base.
We'll be gone a while, so I'd like to say goodbye to my mother.
Of course. Take as much time as you need.
Thank you for watching over me all this time. This journey will be a long one. But don't worry. Vander and the others will be right beside me. I will fulfill my duty as the Divine Dragon. I will find all of the rings, just as you asked. And then, I'll return to you, Mother. I promise. Here we are, safely returned to the Somniel. I didn't realize how spacious this place was.
It is rather quiet, I know, but it will liven up as we gain allies. We may need someone to supply us with equipment as well. Something to consider.
Yeah, where's Merlinus?
Right.
Oh, by the way, Divine One, might this be yours?
A piece of jewelry. I don't recognize it. The crystal looks unusual.
That thing she dropped is also toothpaste colored.
Where did you get this?
On the ground in the ring vault, after the siege. I thought it might be yours, but apparently I was mistaken.
I thought it might be yours. It matches your hair color, like the color of toothpaste.
No one has come forward, so it must have belonged to an enemy soldier. I'll dispose of it.
Wait. It's familiar somehow, even though I've never seen it.
Then please, do take it. Perhaps it will help jog your memory.
Thank you, Vander. Once we've rested for a bit, let's set out for Firene.
So I think here I can develop my bond with Marth, right? The cast of this game must be fairly small if everyone fits on the screen as running little pixel sprites, right? I mean, I know that the fighter and the archer are not as plot relevant. The Somniel is your base. Use this area to prepare for your next battle and interact with your allies. Additional activities and areas of the Somniel will unlock as you progress through the story. Open the world map to continue your adventure. Oh, here. As you raise your bond between emblems and units, you will unlock bond conversations. Watch available bond conversations while on the Somniel or exploring the world map. Once you view a bond conversation, you'll be able to increase the bond further. Oh, I look so weird in this outfit.
Yes.
The pain of losing Lumera runs deep, yet the familiarity of the Somniel is comforting. Bond.
It is good that we can talk after I spent so long silently watching over you.
I know what you mean. I'm really glad to have you at my side, supporting me in person.
Wait, that's it? That's it? That's my Bond conversation? What? I mean, I know that Marth is not technically one of the main characters because he's a cameo, but that was shorter than a Radiant Dawn support conversation, and those ones are cookie cutter as it gets. Okay. I guess.
You know,
Queen Lumera said emblems can roam here more freely due to the Divine Dragon's power. Well, I guess everyone gets like casual outfits.
Ah.
So the Somniel has ponds and orchards, huh? I should check them out, if I don't get lost first. I can give you gifts, if I had gifts. What's over here? Yeah, this outfit is kind of odd, isn't it? Actually, no, now that I think about it, look, he's wearing shorts, he's got like those straps, and he's wearing like leggings. He's trying to dress in Kiro style, that's what he's doing. He's trying to dress in Kiro style. I got milk off the floor. Oh. Can't go in the stable. Is this where everyone keeps their horses? What is this door? The arena. What's up here? Oh yeah, I could give someone a pebble as a gift. Here, I found this pretty pebble. Oh. Cafe Terrace is a relaxing communal space with access points to other facilities. Use the music box to change the background music. The bulletin board is full of useful information. I hope they don't have too many like side quests or like side maps that you can farm. I don't really like that. Because it makes it feel like I have to do them to get the XP, but they're not really story relevant, so it's just a time sink. Oh! Am I underdressed for the Somniel? I feel like I don't belong here, but I'll help however I can. Why did everyone change their outfits here? What's here? Oh, my room, okay. Okay, music box, what's this? Oh, arena again. Bulletin board. Ring chamber. Donations. If you support countries enough to raise their donation levels, it will reward you with gifts. With a high donation level, a country will have more rare monsters you could earn bonus gold or experience for defeating. A high donation level also means you will find more materials when exploring that country. So how much exploration is there in this game? Like, how does exploration work? Oh, hi. Well, where's my money? How do I know how much my money? I don't want to donate you 5,000 G. If I don't know how much I have. Yeah, so if I make the country rich, I'll attract more powerful bandits to come and kill me. Very cool. I got some nuts. Maybe this will make a good present.
Right.
Can't deny it's daunting to come here no matter how often I do, but I'm glad you're with me.
You see,
Queen Lumera loved to stand at the edge of the Somniel and look down on all the pretty clouds. Oh, I have a support already with you? Your outfit looks cute, but does not look like it fits this universe. Okay, how good is this support? This better be better than Marth's.
Divine One, you look so shiny when you sweat.
That's a very weird sentence. Yeah, we both changed our outfits really quickly.
Hey! Hey! Look over here! Hey! The Divine One looked right at me! Thank you, Universe, for creating someone so awesome and so very shiny.
What? You like me because I'm shiny?
Fram?
Oh, sorry. Am I distracting you?
No, you're weirding me out.
Well, you're not distracting me.
Oops. Sorry.
Fram, you're my healer and you're a monk and you fight with your fists. I thought I would like you. You're acting a little too weird.
See, I'm here in my capacity as a president of the Divine Dragon Fan Club.
You're the president of my fan club now, okay.
I have a fan club?
Very cool.
Yep. Our mission is to support you. That's why I'm here giving you extra motivation.
Huh. Thanks for cheering me on. But could you maybe not do it so close?
You bet. I can stand back a little.
This music just makes it even more weird.
4, 3, 2, 1. Who's our favorite dragon? You! Y-O-U!
You can't even say my name. You've never spoken my name.
That didn't help.
Okay, well, that was interesting. I really hope all the support conversations in this game aren't quite like this. I understand the underlying point they were trying to get across here, but that did not feel like a conversation any two human beings have ever had in the history of ever in the entire universe.
My day just got more awesome.
I mean, I guess I'm not a human, so technically. Hey Celeste, welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for stopping by. Welcome to the Divine Dragon Fan Club, apparently. I got some horse manure! Fran, would you like this? Would you like the horse manure?
You see,
Ordinary horse manure, that's it. You could technically give it to someone, but why would you? Very cool. Thank you for the clip, Kiro. Oh, CB, you saw the female version of that conversation and it felt even more creepy. Oh, great. Yeah, suddenly Alfred's only the second strangest person in the world. Oh, I have a conversation with you, too. You better not be a weirdo like your sister. Hey, Clan, don't be weird. Ooh, your outfit's cute. Okay, here we go. You can't stop laughing at my model in reaction. Oh, I should install that. I should install that transition thing that zooms in on my model. I could use it for comedic effects, but I always forget to go do it. I should do that. It would make it so much better.
Divine One, what are you doing?
Oh, hello, Clan. I was just tidying up a bit. Tomorrow's a busy day, so I thought I'd get it out of the way now.
Let me take care of that. You should get some rest.
That's all right. I can handle it.
No, that won't do. I'm gonna have to insist.
But...
Please. You know, I waited a long time for you to wake up. And not just me. The stewards before me spent their whole lives waiting. Now, after 1,000 years, I get to serve you. It's like a miracle.
So he's obviously part of my fan club too, but in a very different capacity.
So, please, let me do it. Honestly, truly, I would be honored to help.
Very well. You've convinced me. I'll leave it to you.
Yeah, I bet Flan and Clan are gonna have like support conversations with each other where they just try to one-up each other serving me or something, isn't it?
Thank you, Divine One.
I should be thanking you for taking such great care of me. I'm very lucky to have you as a steward.
You mean it? Oh man, I'm so happy I could faint!
Please don't. Now that I'm free from tidying up, I'm going to get some rest.
That was very short. Yeah, my mother had an army. I just have groupies, apparently. Again, like, I don't... Like, ever since Awakening, Fire Emblem has definitely been gearing more towards the whole, like... It's more about the dating and stuff. Which I understand, again, from, like, a monetary standpoint, but... What happened to just having normal conversations with human beings? What happened to that, eh? Oh, okay, well that's locked. Can I go into the arena? Is it unlocked? Nope. Can I go into my room? My room better not be locked. That would be dumb. What happens in the bedroom? Is it weird support stuff? This is your room, the sacred place where Kiro slept for 1,000 years. Select rest to take a nap in advance time on the Somnial. You may hear some interesting things while resting. Wear headphones for the best sound. Wait. Let me read that again. You may hear some interesting things while resting. Wear headphones for the best sound. You may hear some interesting things while resting. Wear headphones for the best sound. Am I gonna get like ASMR for my closest affinity level characters or something? Select reminisce to view past support conversations and scenes again. Oh, so I've already relived that scene with Flam. You can lower the difficulty here. You can't raise the difficulty this way. Is this an Otome game now? Oh man. I didn't like how in Fates they had all of this stupid My Room stuff. It was obviously just fan service and it was very silly. I'm glad they didn't bring it back in Three Houses, although they had the tea time thing, which is fine, but this is... you know, romance sells. I get it, I get it. Okay, let's try some ASMR, guys. Look, sounds like someone's coming in. Wait, they just barge in on me?
Oopsie, you're asleep.
I thought it was like a dream thing.
You must be tired.
Stop talking to me when I'm sleeping.
Wish I could let you sleep. But no can do.
Wish I could let you sleep. Oh, thanks for the frogs. Whoa.
Arise,
Whoa.
oh divine
Whoa.
one.
Whoa.
Aw, I'm kidding. I'm no good at sounding proper.
You woke me up just for this? Why am I just staring at you being sparkly? Wait, what happened? What? What? Where is she? She popped in to wake me up. Give me a close zoom in of her thighs. And then leave. Do I not lock my door or something? I thought this was gonna be like you dream about someone and you hear their voice. Not they actually literally come in and wake you up. This is so weird. This is like perfect example of like, hey, let's shove some fan service in here. How do we do it? I don't know, just shove it in there somewhere. People will eat it up. This is weird. Hey, Comfy Dreams, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? What if I do it again? Morbid curiosity, you could say. Oh, nothing. Okay, apparently nothing. Why do I keep flowers on my bed? Why do I not have a pillow? I have so many questions. Well, that was weird. Didn't like that. Oh, Sigurd has Canter. Move 2 spaces after acting. Interesting, interesting. I don't think regular mounted units have that in this game. That's too bad. I like it when they could do that. What's over here? It looks like this is an exit. Oh, there's new shiny objects all around the base too. Tower of Trials? Wait. So if they've been breaking into my room and talking to me when I'm like this, how many times have they been doing it while I was actually, like, comatose? Wait, what's this? Shrine. Should I bother go getting all the shinies again? I guess I might as well. It feels so weird to sprint while holding down R. What are all these fruits for anyways? I can't give them to people. Whatever. Is there like a cooking minigame or something? Like, what's up with all these fruits? Oh, I can fast travel, nice. Why do all the tutorials show the female MC? Do they not make they could have just made both versions for both of us, or mixed it up so half and half. Oh right, yeah, there is a cafe. There must be like a dining mechanic. Oh, I totally forgot they had that in Three Houses as well. Okay. Well, that was great. Very cool. Yeah, the female main character's hair is so long.